Hello, hello. So, first off, you may know me if you are watching from the farm. You know me as Eric. So, now this account is my Java account, which has a different name. I don't think I can show you it, but basically, this is my Java account. It's what I play when I play modded, and that is what this series is going to be. Now, before I get started and dive into this, I did just do this like before I started recording, but this is Caveopolis. That's the name of this mod pack. It's one of my favorite mod packs, and basically what this mod pack is, the whole goal is you start off in basically a stone wasteland. And this is actually where I started, but I created my own little domain here. But basically, this is a modded pack. And as you can see, there's like a bunch of different things that you wouldn't find in normal vanilla. And one of the things that I like the most about this pack is it's got a tier system. And this is basically how the world looks from like the top level, which is above me. I'm currently on the stone level, which is right here. And if I go down lower, I'll hit the bright stone level, and then the moss level, and then go down, and it goes all the way down until I get to the bedrock level. And it's the same thing if I go up. So like above me is calcite, and then there is colored stone, which I believe, if I remember correctly, there's 4 sections of every color. So like it goes like white, and then like goes up in all 16 colors that you can get, which is really cool. I love building with the colored stone. But one thing to know is in vanilla Minecraft, you can't break stone with your hands, you need a pick and all that. But as you can see, there's no trees around, so I can't get wood. But what I can do is I can punch the stone, and it drops these, the stone pebbles. And 4 stone pebbles will give me 1 stone. So, yeah. The basic goal of this particular pack is to get out of here. And what I need to do is, like, I need to work my way through all of the, like, I basically need to work my way through all of the quests and stuff like that, you know, and I have to get to the end of the quest book. I don't like a lot of this stuff I won't need to do, but my goal is to get to the end, which is all the way down here. Go here. The last one is space. It's basically like the end goal. I need to make this and I need to get out of here. And my goal is to get the everything combiner and get the ultimate ingots. Like everything. I want all of these. Like I want the ultimate shard. This is going to be my end goal. In order to do that, I need to complete all of the quests. So we're going to start off in the basics. And the way that this is going to kind of work is I'm going to be showcasing like all of the mods and stuff like that, you know, that are in this pack that you can have, that you have access to. But I'm also going to be I'm not really going to be going like in depth like everything I build. Like for example, there is a mod pack in here that I think it actually is part of one of the quest lines. Where is it? Here, digital storage. I will do the quests for this, but I will not be using it because I do not like that storage system. It's a personal preference. So for mod packs like that, you know, like if it's a mod pack that I don't really use whenever I play, I'll just do the quest for it and then that's it. I won't actually use the pack. And it's mostly just like preference, you know. There's certain things that, like certain mod packs, like certain mods in a pack that I don't really use. I know if you are somebody who does play, you know, mod and you do use the ME system and stuff like that, you may argue that it's a really good system and all that. Personally, I prefer a different storage. I prefer one called storage drawers. Don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because I can easily see them and it makes it easier for me to organize things. I don't know. I prefer the storage units, you know, in storage drawers. Now, don't get me wrong. The other storage mods are great. It's just not really my preference, you know? So, yeah. But that is basically how it's gonna be like when I get to like these, you know, things. Like I do use this as power, but there's like a lot of things that like I will do the mod pack, like I will do the quest line for, but I won't use them. So just keep that in mind as I'm playing along. If you're like, oh, why aren't you using this? Why aren't you using that? It's a preference. But anyway, let's get like that aside. Let's start with this. So I've gotten the stone pebbles. I've made the stone. So I think I'm actually going to go up here because I want to get these. I want to get the chest. So I need to make stone brick, which isn't too difficult. If I do this, get the stone brick, and I can actually use a stone brick to make a stone crafting table. And this is like only in the mod pack. You will not, if you played vanilla, you know that you can't actually make that in vanilla. This is the Caveopolis version, which adds like custom, like mod packs and stuff like that will add custom recipes for things, which is actually pretty cool. So we also need some sticks. And I think make these. One cool thing about mods and stuff like that is this is called like the JEI, just enough item, like just enough inventory, JEI, or just enough items was what it used to be called. Now it's just enough inventory. Basically, you can click on something and it will show you how you make it. And you can also, if you press U, it'll show you what you use it in. If you press R, it tells you how you can make it. Because there's a bunch of different ways to make it. But anyway, what I need is I need these. And if I press A, you'll see it goes up into the corner there. So that when I'm in this part, I can just go, hey, give me this. Press the plus button, and it will tell me, hey, you can make it. And if I shift it, if I shift left click that little plus button, it will give me multiple. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make 8. And if I go like this, I can get some chests. For now, I'm just going to have 2 single chests. One for stone, one for junk. And as I go on, if I go chests, you can see that there is a chest for every type of wood and every type of block, which is really awesome. Because what I like to do is when I do the storage units, I don't actually have the woods and the stones in the drawers. I have like dedicated chests for them. So I can see what I have. You know, it's like, oh, I need stone. Okay, I go to the stone chest, open it, there's all my stone. Same thing with like the cobblestone. I have a dedicated cobblestone chest, you know, dedicated andesite, diorite, granite, you know, all these. So it's actually really nice. It's added by basically the stone chest. And then these ones, the wood types, are added by a mod called Quirk. So, yeah. But I'm not gonna get into storage anytime soon. Okay, I need to go down. So we'll start mining out here. I can only really go down 2 levels right now because item, like, the next tier, we go to the quest book, go here, I'm basically locked between the calcite, stone, brightstone, and moss blocks right now. I need to complete quests in order to be able to mine farther down. And as I complete quests, like, it will tell me that, oh, you can't mine that block because you haven't completed the quest that allows you to mine that block. Oh, and this here is brightstone. By breaking it, I get these. Bright shard. And this is basically used to make lights. Like, this is how you get, like, different kinds of lighting and stuff like that. I think there's actually, like, crystal blocks. Yeah, if we look here, once I start getting, like, the colored stone and stuff like that, I can actually make these, which are light sources. And it's used to make, like, different kinds of things, you know, like, I can use it to make prismarine, you know. But I usually end up going to make these because, like, they're actually pretty cool. And see, this is how I get torches. So, yeah, that's something that, like, this is something that's worth mining out in bulk. And this is moss, which is the next layer. And this is how, like, I get moss blocks and all that, you know. This is what will allow me to get wood at, like, a later point. Because I basically need to use this to make moss. Do that. You can see I make my, like, moss blocks. And I use that, you know, in order to actually get the blocks that I need. But if we go, like, I can actually show you what I mean by it will tell me that I can't mine this. So right now it's, like, really slow to mine. And if I try to break it, it'll give me that little message. It says, this block cannot be broken at this level. Follow the quest to level up. Basically, as I go through quests, if we go here, we can see this little gear. Basically, I need to complete the quest up until this point in order to unlock level 2, which will allow me to mine granite, andesite, and diorite. And as I go through, every time there's a gear, it'll allow me to continue. And it's basically a way of being like, hey, you know, you need to get these, and you can't continue unless you do get it. So, yeah, that's basically how it goes. It's an interesting pack. Like, it's an interesting set. It basically means that I can't just run through the mod, you know, and, like, instantly get, like, the OP gear. You know, I have to go through the quest lines, which is one of my favorite parts of this pack. And it's not just, like, a feature in this pack. It is, like, more or less a regular feature in all of the packs in this series, which are, I don't know if I'll remember it, but if I'm editing this and I'm hearing this part, I'll put a list of all the ones that are in this pack. And I'll also, like, put a little check mark beside the ones that I do plan on playing. There's a couple of them that I don't actually play, even though they are in this pack. Mainly because they're not, either they're not, like, official releases, official packs, or they're just not the packs that I enjoy. But these are the packs, and these are the ones that I'm going to be playing. So, yeah. I think, yeah, I need to make some torches. I need to make these blocks. Like, the blocks, which is not too difficult. But if I go up, just head up here. I think it's about 6 blocks. I don't remember. I haven't memorized, like, what levels everything is on. But if I go up, I will run into calcite, which, if you know, by the way, this is something that, like, I wish was on Bedrock, but it's not offhand. Putting torches in offhands. like in your offhand, it's really good for exploring. It's a Java feature, but for some reason it's not on Bedrock, which is really dumb. But anyway, calcite in this pack works a bit differently than in regular Minecraft. When you break calcite, you don't get the block. Instead, you get bone meal. And pretty much this is like one of the only ways, aside from making a mob farm, which is difficult to do, making a mob farm and getting skeletons, hoping the skeletons respawn, and getting bones and doing it that way, or like, you know, doing like the typical, you know, mob, like the typical like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to, you know, do a like a bunch of crops into a composter. You can do that, but this is the easiest and fastest way to get bone meal in this pack. And this entire map, the levels go for the entire map. As you can see, like, this is the size of the map. I have an infinite source, basically, of the items that I could ever need. So I don't need to worry about running out of calcite or running out of, like, moss or, you know, bright stone or anything like that. I just need to worry about mining and lighting it up. And eventually my plan is to actually, like, I mean, this is like really far away, but it's not that far if we look. See, I'm at about 8,000 roughly over here. Like, that's about 8,000 here is where I am. Over here is about 8,000 blocks off. So, I have this basically entire area that I can go and use. And if I wanted to, I could actually, like, utilize this whole area and dig all the way down to the starter area. Probably not going to do that, but that is a possibility. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. However, what I do want to do is I want to make the blocks. And there's actually a good reason that I'm doing this. Because later on, when I actually do start doing my storage system, I want to have these blocks in the system. So basically what this allows me to do is this is like basically future-proofing my system. So I'm just gonna throw those in here. As you can see, basically done all of this. Use bone meal and moss blocks to transform stone blocks into moss. That's a default thing that's in regular Minecraft, which is actually really cool. But if we go here, the next is the moss block stuff. And basically, I don't really need too big of an area for this. One thing I can do is, like, I can actually, if I don't know the name of the key, but it's that, like, squiggly key that's beside the one underneath the escape key. Most mod packs have a thing called Bayminer, or FTB Ultramine, and if you press that button, you can see it will automatically mine things out. I don't really use it that often, like, not in this mod pack. In other mod packs, you know, when, like, bay mining is a thing, you know, and, like, you have ores and stuff like that, you know, in the world, it's fan-freaking-tastic. But in this mod pack, it's not really useful. 5, 6. Don't mind me, sorry. I'm gonna be conscious about laying out my base. I'm not just gonna go willy-nilly and be like, oh yeah, I'll repair it later. But what I want to do is I want to have a long corridor with different things on either side. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for now. And then what I'll do is this is just going to be like the quote-unquote hub area. Which, speaking of that, I should actually explain what this thing is. This is a teleporter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here, right-click, I can actually change the colors of this if I wanted to. But I like to keep it blue because basically blue and turquoise, like this color here, are my two favorite colors. So I think I really like the blue color of this. It's like, yeah, this blue here, this light blue is the one I always use whenever I use the telepad. Just because I like the way it looks and I like the TM, you know. But basically the way that this works is you click run program. Right now I have no spots available. But if I go add, I can say the location that I'm standing will be my spawn. So basically, if I go, we'll say here, I'll come down here. And if I go, hey, I want to teleport to spawn. If I do this, it actually goes like 3 blocks in front of you. So where you're standing go 1, 2, and then the third block is where it'll be. If I step into this, I teleport here. And then it goes away. But that's basically how that thing works. And it's really good. Like, doing it from down there was kind of pointless because I can just run up no problem. But once you start getting down to like these levels, you know, like underneath the water level, and because you look here, there's like a large, basically like a large mass of water underneath. If you like underneath some of the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers down, there's like a massive pool of water that's huge, and it goes through the entire thing. So like if I'm down here on these levels, this thing is going to come in handy to get me back up. Same thing if I'm like way up there, you know, this will help me get back down to my base easier. So yeah, I really like the teleporting thing. It's really cool. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go here. Yeah. This is like, I like the teleport. I don't actually think, I think it's literally just the, oh, hold on. My keyboard is being dumb. There we go. But yeah, I think this is like the only, yeah, if you look here, this is like the only real thing that's in here. And I mean, you do have this, but this isn't actually a thing. This is like, yeah, this doesn't really do anything. It's not an item you can get. This was the original telepad that you had, and then they changed the sprite to this, which is actually really cool. I liked the old version, but I think the newer version, the one that's in my inventory now, is better looking. Because it actually looks like a pad, you know? It's not, it doesn't look like a weird rock. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do a 9 by 9 area. So we need to go one more, because I want there to be a wall. But basically what this area is gonna be is this is gonna be where my tree farm is. More or less. So we wanna go 4 out on each side. 3, and this will be 4. And once I start getting wood, mining it will be so much easier because like I'll be able to get this, which is a hammer. Basically this mines a 3 by 3 area, which is fantastic. But for now, this is what it is. So I'm actually going to mine this out, and I'm gonna mine it up to 7 blocks high, which is the reach limit that you can do in Minecraft, is 7 blocks high from where you're standing. So I'm gonna mine this out and I will be right back. Okay, so I did find out the area. I just actually got back from the moss level to pick up some more moss balls. One, so that I can make the moss blocks in order to do the farm, but also because these are food. They're not great food, but I can use these to make bowls of moss I think, yeah, later on, once I get this, I can make bowls of moss, which, depending on how many moss balls, I can put up to 5 inside, like that. Depending on how many I have, it will give me more or less, you know, hunger, which is really good. But this is basically what I collected from the hole. And basically, the plan is to do the center, and if I go like this, I really need to clean my mouse wheel. You can see, like, it's all freaking out, like, anyway, basically, if I do this and I take the moss and I spread it, I can get the stuff. And everything is good right now. Like, everything is useful to me right now. So, if I just continue to spread this around, like so, just kinda make sure it all spreads correctly. There we go. And what I can do is I can actually vein mine all the stuff up, which is really cool. But I do want to leave the moss on the ground, but basically I just need the carpets and the leaves, or carpets and the, like, trees. And if I plant one of these, which I think I'll actually do it in the middle. By the way, I actually did one higher, so this is 8 high rather than only being 7 high, just so that it'll be easier for me to get the trees. So you can see, it's already at its limit. But there's a thing in the mod pack called Fast Leaf Decay. Check this out. Boom. And there goes the leaves. It is so cool. I do actually need to pick this block up, because this is how I can get dirt pretty easily. So, yeah. But if I just grow a couple of trees, and I do actually want to take one of these and make some wooden shears. And if I use the wooden shears on the leaves, it'll break them and get the leaves, which is something I'm going to need soon. Like, fairly quickly here, I'm gonna need the leaves. So I'm going to get a couple of these. Oh god, I need to fix my wheel. Some mod packs have a thing called twerking. Like, it's like the twerk growth mod or something like that. I don't actually know if that's the name of the mod. But there's like a mod that allows you to twerk, and basically like you fart out particles as you twerk. And that's how you grow stuff. Sadly, this mod pack doesn't have it, but a lot of mod packs do, which is actually really funny. And it's a good way to, like, get your stuff early on. But this mod pack doesn't include it because of the fact that it's so easy to get bone meal. So, it's not necessary in the pack. But it is like a pretty neat mod, in my opinion. Oh. There we go. Place that down, and I think, yeah, there we go. And this should be good. I can always go up and get more bone meal. And I'll leave that there. But for now, we're good. Oh. Hello. Didn't realize that that had spread out here. That's kind of interesting. I should actually move this back one so that I can make the corridor 3x3, but meh, I'll do that later. Anyway, for now though, I want to continue on with the quest. So we've basically done, just by doing that, we've done the wheat seeds, And I need to redo the planks because I didn't leave them in my inventory. I went straight to the shears. But we'll do that. I've got the azaleas and all that, so I need to make planks. Let those sit. And I will eventually need more shears, so we will make another set of shears. And I think I can make a hammer now? Yes. Oh, I don't actually need that anymore. Make a hammer. I do this. There we go. And this is the thing that I was talking about with like the 3x3, which is so good. I love the hammer. The hammer is like one of the coolest things. Like if we go this way, because I will eventually make a corridor down this way. Oh, it's so good. The durability on the wood one isn't the greatest. As you can see, it only has about like, it's a little over 400. But as I go further, I can make better and better hammers that have more durability, you know? Like the level that I can mine is basically the same as the level system in regular Minecraft, you know, like for example, like wood harvest can only harvest stone, or stone, you know, is like basic ores, you know, like iron and copper and stuff like that. And then in order to mine diamonds, you need iron, you know, when in order to mine, you know, netherite, you need diamonds. It's the same system. Each level is basically what it can mine. And usually what I go for is usually I go for the netherite hammer. That's usually the one that I aim for. Because once I get the netherite hammer, I'm basically set. But yeah, a lot of these hammers are pretty easy to get. It's just a matter of getting the materials to make them. But I think this is a good place to end this episode. Got my hammer. In the next, between episodes, I'll finish off this. Basically, I use moss carpet in order to make string. Like so. And then it's literally just the same way as you would craft with regular string to make wool. So I'll finish this off, and then the next one we'll get started on this, which is how I am going to start progress. Like this will allow me to progress farther through the game. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do hope you enjoy this series. And I do, like I said, I do plan on playing the other ones, but this is going to be the first one. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. With that said, goodbye.